What's up, Kellen from Movement Parallels Life here. Today we're looking at some simple movements for shoulder mobility. Spend 1 to 2 minutes per movement as part of your daily practice to maintain healthy, functional shoulders. These are simple patterns. The key is to stay present, be intentional, listen to your body, breathe, and as always, don't be afraid to explore and get a little weird with it. Just a heads up, it's definitely common to notice some clicks, creaks, or crunches. Making small adjustments to your posture and range of motion may help smooth things out. Okay, so let's take a look at the patterns. We're starting off with arm circles. These are super simple, but a few little details to consider. Maintain a solid alignment through your body by keeping your pelvis leveled and your bottom ribs dropped. As your arm moves through a full range of motion, keep your spine stable and feel the movement through your shoulder. It's nice to start with a single arm variation, and we'll get onto the double arm shortly. Next, we've got shoulder twists. Keeping your arm held out to the side straight and strong, internally rotate your shoulder so that your hand flips all the way over. Allow your body to slightly rotate and lean forward to explore the full range of motion. Untwist and repeat. Wrist figure eights are a nice add-on after the shoulder twists. Continue to hold your arm out to the side and roll your wrist through smooth figure eights. This small movement of the wrist will echo up your arm to your shoulder. Stay relaxed and breathe through the burn. I find it's nice to start out the practice by working each arm independently to warm up and foster full range of motion. These 3 movement variations, circles, twists, and wrist rolling, all flow together nicely. Spend a few minutes exploring the patterns to build some heat through your shoulders. Next, we'll move on to double arm circles. Again, be mindful here to isolate the movement to the shoulders by keeping your pelvis leveled, bottom ribs dropped, and core lightly braced. Stay rooted in your stance. Bring strength and intention to each repetition by actively reaching out away from your body through the full circle. Then open your arms and try the alternating version of the shoulder twists. Maintain your core connection. Keep your shoulders drawn down away from your ears and arms energized. Internally rotate one shoulder, sink down into your hips, and look out towards your other arm. Actively reach your arms out away from your body and imagine that you're twisting and wringing your arms out like a wet towel. Hold for a moment, then untwist and switch sides. Bringing the right amount of effort and intention to these twists is everything. Again, keep your arms energized as you flow through the pattern. And as your shoulders begin to burn, you might challenge yourself to go a little bit further. Keep your arms held out to the side, perform wrist rolling and small circles. Up next, we've got elbow circles, and these are kind of a nice palate cleanse after the shoulder twists. Keep your stance balanced and your alignment stacked. Notice the rotation of the wrist, elbow, and shoulders as you flow through the movement. Explore changes of direction and sinking and unsinking the right and left sides. Next, we've got figure 8 arm swings. With this pattern, we'll get some nice ballistic stretching and integrate rotation through the coupling of the shoulders and thoracic spine, even allowing your hips to get into the mix. First off, make sure your space is clear. Start out slowly by tracing the figure 8 pattern and gradually adding more speed. Notice how you'll hold selective tension in your body to drive this movement efficiently. Your arm is relaxed, shoulder is stabilized, and core is organized and braced. Next, you'll hinge at your hips for these swimmer variations. Now, you can use actual swimming strokes as the inspiration for your movements. Alternatively, you can lift your arms to make the shape of letters: Y's, T's, I's, and W's. Breathe deeply. Keep your movements smooth and flowing. Make sure to not excessively arch or round your back. Lastly, we come to my personal favorite, arm spirals. Start off in a balanced stance and turn one palm face up. You might even choose to balance a book on your hand. Draw your palm underneath your armpit and extend outward like the shoulder twist. Palm up, sweep your arm out in front, overhead, and back around to the starting position. Move in both directions. You can remain stable in your stance or open up the movement to include more hips and spine. Breathe, flow, and get a little weird with it. These arm spirals are a little bit more complex than the other movement variations that we've been looking at. It's not uncommon to feel confused by the coordination here. Be patient with yourself and give your body time to map the movement and allow the pattern to come together smoothly. Start by setting a baseline, then groove the movement so that your body gets to know the pathway. This will eventually lead you to opening up the movement to expand and improvise with the pattern. Once you get the basic motion down, then you can begin to play with shifting your stance, incorporating footwork, and changing levels, working from standing and low to the ground. And as a final note, as with any movement, all of these variations go by different names, they show up in different places. Don't get so hung up on the origin that you can't explore the movement freely and apply your own context. Let these movements become part of a practice that serves to keep your body capable and pain-free. The more time you spend with these movements, the more you'll be able to tailor them to your body's unique needs. Ultimately, the movements are meant to retain your body's range of motion and neuromuscular coordination, because if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. And that basic principle is exactly why I encourage you to explore these movements and play, because while it may feel awkward, it's doing so much to drive the learning process on the level of your body. So that's it for today. I hope this video's given you some insights and ideas for improving your shoulder mobility in a simple way. If so, please hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, check out the links in the description for my free 10-day course and other offers. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your movement, take good care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.